time to call your lawyer.
Yep, it's time for Ask the Lawyer with Bruce L. Scheiner. And our opportunity to see if maybe your question gets answered today on the radio. If you submitted one, I'll tell you how to submit a question. Coming up in a moment as well. First, though, I must remind you this is just general legal conversation. Should not be taken as specific advice in your specific circumstances. In order for that to happen, you've got to sit down with a lawyer, get a bunch of questions answered face to face. And that's not what this is. However, Bruce L. Scheiner offers free consultations, so I'll tell you how to contact the Port Charlotte office here momentarily, where you can get that set up if you've got a legal situation going on that you don't understand. That would be highly advisable. In the meantime, we can give you some good general advice. It works for all legal situations. Don't make any statements, don't sign any documents, and don't let anyone record any conversations until you've spoken to a legal professional. So, with all of that in mind, let's find out what today's situation is as it unfolds with Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured, as we also thank him appropriately for his time and his expertise. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Todd. It looks like another great morning in Southwest Florida.
Yes, it does. And I'm anticipating that to be followed up with a slightly rainy afternoon. But that's just the pattern this time of the year. Don't think I'm complaining. I'm certainly not. But as we get into summertime and getting awful close to it for real now, we have some questions that have come in. We're kind of picking one as we go along each week to see if you can provide some answers. Are you ready for this week's?
Yes, sir. I am ready.
All right. It says the following. My sister was involved in a very significant accident. A driver pulled out of a Home Depot, failed to yield, and crossed over several lanes of traffic, hitting multiple vehicles on the driver's side and one vehicle almost head on. The driver's insurance company has offered $50,000, which is the maximum of the policy. However, her injuries are very severe, with her medical bills easily exceeding six figures. My sister had $75,000 of uninsured motorist coverage, but so far her company has been unresponsive. Is there something a lawyer would do? Well, we don't like to hear about unresponsive and things like this, but I'm sure you've got an answer.
Obviously, this is a great example where someone needs to immediately contact personal injury lawyer, because when your own insurance company fails to appropriately respond, the thing to do is to file what's called the civil remedies notice. And although I could tell somebody what it is to file, it's very complicated and very exact. So you really need to reach out to a personal injury lawyer to do that for you.
Okay.
And what happens then is the insurance company has 60 days to pay or to correct their malfeasance by paying the $75,000.
Oh.
If the 60 days goes by and the insurance company does not pay, then you're entitled to pursue the insurance company for the full value of the claim.
Oh, okay.
And what happens is you would go to trial against the uninsured motorist carrier. The jury would enter a verdict, and if that verdict exceeded the policy limits, which in this case it seems very likely, then you would have to file a second separate action against the insurance company called the bad faith case.
Oh, we've heard that before, yes.
So it's interesting because our firm about 2 weeks ago just went to trial against one of the major insurance companies that had stonewalled our client. They finally did offer the full policy limits, but it was after the time limits went by, and the jury came back with an award of $900,000.
Oh, my goodness.
On a $75,000 policy.
Wow, because of that quote-unquote bad faith.
Exactly.
Wow.
We had a very happy client and a very unhappy insurance company.
Well, I don't feel too bad considering the usual profits that they make. We won't cry an awful lot over that.
I agree.
But that's extremely encouraging considering this, because like you said, the $50,000 plus the $75,000, which they seem to be waylaying, won't begin to cover all her expenses. So there's really reason to be optimistic about this, as long as she gets somebody involved who's a professional, because you just talked about 2 separate actions. That's a lot of wheels in motion that the average layperson just can't do.
You need to find a lawyer that has had a lot of experience with these cases, because there's even a lot of lawyers that hold themselves out as personal injury lawyers that haven't had a lot of exposure to bad faith cases.
So it would be important to even ask that question directly. Have you handled a lot of bad faith cases?
Yes, it would.
Okay. Excellent advice. This is really some good meat and potatoes, as I like to say here. Bruce, thank you so much for helping this person out, and I hope that she seeks some help. And, of course, we will look forward to sharing another question with you next week.
I can't wait, Todd.
Thanks again, and take care. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the man and his experience and his wisdom and his knowledge and his time, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Now, if you'd like to submit a question for consideration, all you do is go to the website and look for BLS on the homepage at kickscountry929.com. But even more importantly, if you're looking for some immediate legal advice, and I can only imagine in a legal situation, you wouldn't want to wait for the radio to come around to reading yours. Why not get something right away? Why not get some advice in the form of a free consultation from Bruce L. Scheiner and Associates at their Port Charlotte office? The number's 941-743-7777. 941-743-7777. Don't let anyone take away your rights. Call Bruce L. Scheiner and Associates today. Tell them that Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.